Oh snap! This new episode of Pretty Little Liars is keeping us guessing. The Mirror Has Three Faces is the title of last night's show, and it couldn't be a more perfect way to describe the action. Between Mona and Wren, yes, he is back. We're not sure who we can trust less. Alright, so Wren visits Mona at Radley and she tells him that she's close with the PLLers again by saying, quote, "Wilden was bothering them, so I got rid of him." And she talks about how she realized his loyalties were elsewhere, Wren's loyalties, and that Wren was keeping a secret from her. And then Wren reveals that he knows she stopped taking her medicine. But really, can we trust Mona? Who knows? So Wren is one sneaky son of a gun because he is playing both sides, and he pretends to be shocked about that anonymous tip that Mrs. Hastings is pressuring Mona. So suddenly Hannah's mom does not have a lawyer, and it seems like Wren might be in cahoots with Cece, not confirmed. Emily and her family are still homeless, and Mrs. De Laurentiis, who by the way is going through a divorce, invites them to stay at her home. And Emily is totally creeped out that she is there solo because her mom is out of town for work. Allie's mom reveals that she can feel Allie everywhere and has even seen her daughter around town. And we know that Redcoat is creeping around the house. In fact, the makeshift sleeping spot in the basement is discovered, and we are definitely thinking that it has to do with Cece, who is maybe staying there. But seriously, who knows? Maybe Allie is alive. Leave it to PLL to keep us guessing. And this was really weird. When Toby and Spencer go back to visit Dr. Palmer about the note on the music sheets from A, as a reminder, they said, "Leave the lamb alone and go for the lion." We learned that the blonde gal who the doc said they should watch out for may actually be Mrs. De Laurentiis, and we learned that Allie and Cece had a very twisted relationship. In fact, Cece's old roomie in Philly tells Aria that Alison is the one who got Cece kicked out of school, and that Cece hated all of the PLLers, aka she-devils, because she thought they were all in on it with Allie. Cut to Aria. She's totally in love with Jake these days, taking pics of him doing martial arts and even traveling to Philly for his regional competition. And poor Ezra, he finds out that he is not the father of Malcolm. Oh man, obviously we feel really bad for him. And then Caleb goes out of his way to keep Hannah safe, and we really don't see that much of her this episode, except when she's alone in Alison's old room and we catch a glimpse of Redcoat right behind her. Creepy! And she doesn't even know that the Redcoat is there, and we're left wondering what is going to happen to her mom in the end, because at the end of the episode we see the black-gloved figure plant the muddy heel that seemingly is linked to her mom's case. Well, that person is planting it in Emily's home. Alright, so that is it for now. What do you think was the most shocking moment of this episode? Seeing a conniving Wren? Thinking that Mona is three-faced? Learning about Cece? Or what about Mrs. De Laurentiis? Or maybe it was Ezra not being a father to Malcolm? That whole situation? Post a comment below and click the link below to check out the clips from next week's new episode of Pretty Little Liars. I'm Dana Ward, and as always, thanks so much for checking out Clevver TV. Bye guys.